Hello everyone, welcome to Professional IAS. So this is the new logo we have got on our t-shirt. Let us start our lecture, the 15 minutes 15 current affairs, that is of 20th February 2024. 15 current affairs per day will be around 10 days 150 current affairs, and for a month it will be around 300 plus current affairs. So 1 month 300 current affairs, for 6 months it will become 1800, for 1 year 4000. So you just imagine the content and the volume that you are able to get. Okay, so make sure that you follow the lectures every day of mine, so that lot of current affairs will be covered. It will be useful for all examination, top from the UPSC to all the lower category examination, right? Chalo, let us start our lecture. So these are the important highlights. Again, bowls. We are having Cartosat one satellite we have that has been deorbited. This is Hoyasaleshwara temple, and the last one we are having the recently launched meteorological satellite, that is INS 3DR. Let us start our lecture. This is me, Sayyid Shujatullah. So those students who are watching me for the very first time, I generally tell them that please go through the index that I will generally give here. Before the start of the lecture, generally I will give you the index. Why? Because the moment you see the index, one should know that all these they know or not. If they don't know, they can continue with my lecture. If they know all of this, so they can skip it and they can prepare for some other current affairs. So we are talking about all these current affairs. So make sure that you are aware of it. If you are not aware of it, then you have to stick to the lecture. Right. So the first current affairs we are having, Prime Minister Modi ji has launched one 300 megawatt of solar energy power plant in Rajasthan. Okay. In Rajasthan, Prime Minister Modi ji has launched 300 megawatt of solar power project. Okay. So this from the Neyveli Lignite Corporation of India has announced. This project cost is 1,756 crores, and when the projects will get operated, the foundation stone is laid when it is established, when it will start functioning from September 2024. Once it start functioning, so it will be the electricity generated from this plant will be given to what? Government bodies, government institutions. With regard to solar energy, we are doing a lot. Already I have discussed PM Suryodaya Yojana, okay, and Har Ghar Bijli Muft. The two schemes were discussed in the economic shorts. Please look into that. The second one is very important, ISRO's. Okay, ISRO's has the apex body with regard to space science and technological development in our country is ISRO. It is located at Bangalore, established in the year 1969 during the period of Indira Gandhi ji. Okay, ISRO's GSLV F-14. Okay, this is a launch vehicle. F-14 is functional 14. INSAT, Indian satellite 3D, 3-dimensional, means it will give all X, Y, Z axis. So ISRO's GSLV F1, okay, this rocket has launched this satellite. Okay, for what purpose? To enhance our weather forecast. Whether today is sunny, today is dry, today is more humid, today is more moisture, today is sunny. What is the rainfall projections for the next year? Do we have rainfall tomorrow, etc. So with the help of this satellite, we can get the accurate weather forecast. So GSLV F-14 carrying INSAT 3DS, already it is launched and lifted from the launch pad of our country, Satish Dhawan Space Center in Sriharikota, located in Andhra Pradesh, Nellore districts. So this satellite will help to monitor our complete India's land and also the ocean surfaces. With the help of this, weather forecasting and disaster management can be easily done. The payloads in the satellite, if you see, it has the imager. Means the satellite will take the images of the of our land and the ocean. It also have 19 channel sounder. You should know only the payloads and the instrument. You don't need to go the details of how does it work, but you should know the functions of that particular payload. Okay, a data relay transponder is there, just like what we are having in the mobile. I will send you a data, you will receive no. So a transmitter we call it as, but in satellite technology we call it as transponder. So once images and once sounding, okay, how the breeze is there, whether the breeze is very like cyclonic, whether the breeze is very calm. With the help of that sounds also, we can able to give a accurate forecast. So images and sound, whatever is there, can be easily transmitted to the ground stations. With the help of that, we can do the disaster management or weather forecasting very easily. Search and rescue operations also we can do in disaster management. Okay, payloads would generate major geophysical parameters like sea and land surface temperatures. We are able to know with the help of the instruments on board on the INSAT 3DR. Cloud properties, whether the cloud is cumulus, whether the cloud is nimbus, whether the cloud is cirrus. Like that, with the cloud properties also we'll know what is the fog conditions, rainfall, how much is the snow cover in the Himalayas, snow depth is how much, fire anywhere is there, smoke, okay, in the atmosphere, aerosols, nothing but in the air, what are the solid particles, PM 2.5, PM 10, particulate matter, water vapor. So all these properties we can able to get from the INSAT TDR satellites. ISRO chairman, one GK is there, S. Somnath. Okay, now Indian Air Force is doing an exercise called as Vayu Shakti 24. So it will be conducted, this Indian Air Force will be flying on the above the surface of Pokhran, and they will do air to ground range and air to air. Means air to ground, they will leave rockets, missiles, etc. They will enjoy that particular exercise, nothing but a drill of warfare. Drill of warfare they will do. Air to air also, in the air also, how to target a particular aircraft, like that. So tagline of this year exercise is lightning strike from the sky. From the sky we will strike you, okay, in the air also, on the ground also. Objectives of Vayu Shakti 2024, basically with the help of this Vayu Shakti exercise, the Indian Air Force will demonstrate precision and effectiveness of air to ground, air to air. How better we are with regard to air to ground hit, air to air hit. Okay, and they are going to work with Indian Army also, joint military operation this is, and both of them will carry out one particular objective. Okay, display the latest technological advancements, whatever Indian Air Force have got from different countries, whatever DRDO has given to them. So all that new technologies which are on board and which are there with the IAF, they will use that technologies and they will see that how good they are working, all the technological advancement, how they are actually being effective or not, and the weaponry employed. Demonstrate the IAF operational night attack defense capabilities also. So this Vayu Shakti exercise will also be done in night time also, so that how good we are when fighting in night time, it also demonstrate, okay, our capabilities. Now we have the Cartosat. This is how the Cartosat look like. It's a satellite. It is now we have been deorbited, means we are not yet receiving anything from this particular satellite as of now. So 17 years happened, this satellite was there in the orbit, called as Cartosat. Carto is nothing but cartography. Cartography is nothing but mapping the images, mapping the lines. That is called as what? Cartography, boundary lines, etc. Sat means satellite. The first of ISRO's second generation high resolution imaging satellite. Obviously Cartosat is all about imaging, boundaries, etc. So this is the first satellite of second generation. Whenever we talk about generation 1, generation 2nd, 3rd, it means advanced features are being there with regard to every other generation. So primarily Cartosat 2 was used for urban planning, remember this point. This satellite was launched way back in 2007 during the Congress regime, and it was having 680 kg of payload, that is the size of the satellite of yellow machine whatever we have seen, and it was launched in sun synchronous orbit. This is called as sun synchronous orbit, okay, at an altitude of how much? 635 kilometers altitude. Okay, and it used to go in one day, it used to make 4.5, like almost like 7 orbits is used to go. This is all about Cartosat. Now it is not there, we are not having any connection to that. Defense deals worth rupees 84,560 crores. Defense deals of worth rupees 84,560 crores, because in the interim budget also we have seen defense have got the highest allocation of 6 lakh crore rupees. So from that 6 lakh crore rupees, Rajnath Singh, the defense minister of our country, has already purchased lot of items, already gave and approved lot of items that we want for our defensive and offensive capabilities. So for that he has spent around 84,560 crore rupees. Let us see what we are going to buy. We are going to buy long range cruise missiles just like BrahMos, anti-tank munitions, means to destroy a tank we need some arms or not, yes, that munitions. Sonars, nothing but radars that work in underwater, all called as sonars. Okay, radars that work on the land surfaces to know the enemy is entering or not, to know the enemy range. Okay, any unauthorized object is coming towards us or not, that is sonars and radars are used for. Okay, torpedoes means missiles underwater are called as torpedoes, and 30 specialized aircraft for spying, early warning, maritime, patrolling, mid-air fueling. This is very nice. If an aircraft is going, the fuel is there, another aircraft will come and give the fuel. This is called as mid-air fueling, means refueling in the mid-air. So all these were given order. 15 more C-25 twin turboprop aircraft, turbine run propellant aircraft, means with the help of turbine, just like our aeroplanes are there, no, they also run on turbine. So like that, with that technology, we have ordered 15 aircrafts. Okay, these modified medium range maritime reconnaissance is nothing but detecting and spying the entry of any enemy object, and it is used in multi mission. You can use in air force, you can use in army, you can use in navy also. Maritime aircrafts, it will strengthen our surveillance and introspection capabilities. Okay, out of 15, 2 will be manufactured with the help of Spain. After we get the knowledge of how to manufacture it, the rest 13 will be manufactured in our country in the Make in India program. Okay, Defense Acquisition Council, it is an apex body in our country which generally approve defense procurement. If any government wants to buy, okay, army, navy or air force wants to buy any kind of arms, ammunitions or missiles, it is the Defense Acquisition Council which actually approves it. Okay, so they also approved 6 Netra Mark 1A. It is also called as Eye in the Sky. Nothing but it will give airborne, means anything which is any threat from airborne. If any threat which is born in the air, from that we will get the early warning and we can control aircraft. This Netra Mark 1. So that's why Eye in the eyes. Sorry, Eye in the skies. Signal intelligence and communication jamming aircrafts. Also we have ordered heavy duty sensor packed on Airbus 319 class of plane. We already have this. So for that purpose we have ordered intelligence and communication jamming aircraft also and heavy duty. 45,000 new generation Prachand anti-tank mines, means a tank is going, behind mine is there, that Prachand mines will destroy the tank like this. Okay, that remember this point. What is the meaning of Prachand? It is nothing but anti-tank mines we have ordered. 24 submarine hunting MH-60 Romeo helicopters, means if any submarine is there underwater, this Romeo helicopter will detect the submarine in the form of showing a love and destroy it. Okay, armed with Hellfire. Hellfire means you can understand that complete destruction missiles. Okay, Mk-54 torpedoes we will be getting and precision kill rockets. Precision means you know that exactly at what place we have to target, the rocket will go and hit that particular target also. These are all the Defense Acquisition Council have ordered in this 86,000 crore rupees. All of these we are going to get. Okay, PM Vishwakarma Yojana launched in September 2023 by Prime Minister Modi ji to assist artisans and craftsmen who basically make the toys, make the pots, etc. with their own hands, manual labor and traditional tools like hammer, etc. Launched by Ministry of Micro, Small and Medium Enterprises, very, very important. And under this Yojana, collateral free credit, means without giving any gold as a mortgage or home papers as a mortgage, you can get the loan. Skill training will be given, modern tools will be given to them and incentives. Modern tools are nothing but those who are making furniture, if they are using seesaw, okay, instead of that they will give the rotating machine, just like Lord Krishna will have, no, like that. Okay, individuals who are 18 years old or older and engage in handmade products with family centric traditional trades they are doing, they are all eligible under this PM Vishwakarma Yojana. You can see that 18 trades are given in this scheme: carpenters, boat makers, armorer, blacksmith, goldsmith, sculptor. Okay, you can see doll and toy maker, washerman. You can go through all of them. You can understand that the moment you study them, you will understand that they are more of what? Backward in technology. You may be using traditional tools, maybe and they don't have that much of marketing skills, and they are anyhow relying on what? Handmade products. For them, this scheme is being implemented and they are supported like that. Conference of Disarmament held in Geneva. Pakistan has blocked the 2024 program for work. Program in 2024, what is our program with regard to disarmament? Disarmament is nothing but it is a resolution that need to be accepted by all the countries, by which they will disarm themselves. Means they should not build so and so kind of weapons, so and so kind of missiles, like that. Disarmament is nothing but throw away your weapons. So Pakistan blocked the 2024 program for work for a multilateral negotiating forum proposed by India. India is a president at this point of time of this particular conference of disarmament called as CD. India is a president. When India put a very good proposals and with regard to how we have to disarm the countries should disarm themselves from the missiles and developing ammunitions which are threat to humanity, India is giving a very good document. But what happened is, and in the document there is no reference of fissile material cut-off treaty. Nothing but fissile material cut-off treaty is related to atomic bomb. So India has drafted a document which has no mention of FMCT type of any of the things, but still Pakistan does it not always. Whatever we propose, there is only agenda. The only foreign policy they know is to say no to whatever India is doing. Okay, so CD Geneva is a negotiating body that has hardly delivered since 2009. 2009 onwards, this particular conference of disarmament happens year on year, but they have not yet finalized and not yet worked out any kind of program or formula with regard to disarmament. Okay, now Pakistan downgraded to authoritarian regime. You know that all the drama what is happening in the Pakistan election, who is going to the PM, no one knows about it. So basically it was a democratic country, but then later became a military rule. Now what they are going to become, we don't know. Before they were treated as a hybrid regime, means thoda democracy, thoda autocracy is there, like military rule is there. Now they have been completely declared as an authoritarian state. Okay. Economist Intelligence Unit, which publishes Democracy Index 2023 report, they said that Pakistan is the only Asian country to have been downgraded their status from hybrid regime to authoritarian regime. Okay, the EIU Economist Intelligence Unit Democracy Index provide a snapshot, tells us the states of democracy in 165 independent states. Whether in 165 states democracy or the people's will is running or not, it tells about it. Out of 28 countries in the region that are included in the index, 15 recorded a decline in their score, means going away from democracy, and only 8 registered improvement, means going towards democracy. Notably, Pakistan's score is very 0.8 fell by, it was around 3.25 and it fell by 0.88 to 3.25. That's why the Pakistan has again rank slipped to 11, and now the Pakistan ranking in the table with regard to democracy index is 118th. Okay, African Union. So there was a meeting held in our Delhi. That meeting was G20 Head of States and Government Summit. This meeting was held. In this meeting, India has asked the G20 people to include Africa as one of the member. So India's proposal has led to inclusion of African Union in G20. AU, African Union, is an intergovernmental organization. Okay, 55 member states are there in African Union. This particular African Union was launched in the year 2002. Before that, Africa has got another union called as Organization of African Unity, OAU. So this only later on became African Union in 2002. Organization of African Unity was proposed in 1963. Now they became African Union in 2002. Okay, so the African Union headquarters is Addis Ababa. If you see the all 55 member countries GDP, it is $3 trillion, which is less than India's. Means 55 countries are equal to India's GDP, and the population is exactly like Indian population. Like all the 55 countries are having 140 crores, we alone are having 140 crore population. Primary goal of this African Union is, in Africa still there are colonies, imperial British colonies are there, to liberate Africa from the colonial rule. That is a major agenda. Okay, Financial Inclusion Index. Financial Inclusion Index is nothing but how many people in our country are actually using financial products, maybe UPI, maybe bank account, maybe ATM card, maybe internet banking, how many people are actually using it. That is only called as financial inclusion. So it is published by RBI. The index is very comprehensive, takes lot of data from banking, data from investments, insurance, postal, as well as the data is taken even from pension sectors with all the government departments. Okay, this index have 0 to 100 value. 0 represent complete exclusion means people don't use at all the financial products like ATM, etc., so and so forth. If we get 100, it means what? Everyone in our country is happily financially included in any of these areas. The financial included index is having three broad parameters. Access, how many people are able to access the financial products in our country? At this point of time, only 35. Okay, how many people are using the financial like UPI, GPay, Google Pay, like that? 45% of the people are using. Okay, actually using. 35 are accessing, 45 are using. Quality is nothing but how frequently they use, how good the apps are there, how good they run, how the disputes are settled. That is called as what? Quality. 20% only quality is there. So three broad parameters, but number of indicators in this index is 97. Okay, the unique feature of this index is also about quality. Quality is very important word, remember this point. Okay, so it also talks about how much of our country's citizen is financially literate, how much the consumer is protected, and how can we remove the inequalities and deficiency in our financial services. The FI index is constructed without any base year, remember this point, and it is published annually. This year index will come in July. Okay, windfall tax. Windfall tax is nothing but, I'll tell you normally, basically these windfall tax are levied on crude oil. Sometimes what happen, the crude oil production companies in our country, we are having Adani, Ambani are also producing lot of oil, petrol, diesel, kerosene, like that. So you just imagine a point here, there is a war is going on between Hamas and Israel, war is going on Ukraine and Russia. So because of world crisis, what is happening is supply of oil is being restricted. Even though you know that the Houthis are attacking, the Yemen based Houthis are, they know they are attacking the Red Sea. So oil transports are basically feeling a pressure and a crisis. Means the countries are not getting the adequate oil flow continuously. At the time, because of the shortage of oil, these companies, Adani, Ambani's oil companies are actually getting what? More revenue on their production. Means as the supply is less, demand is anyhow more, that the prices are increasing. So these companies are making more profit on their exports of oil, etc. That's why when due to some world calamities, world crisis, these companies are doing some profits which are not normal. So those profits are called as supernormal profits, as because they are getting that extra profits because of some events, world crisis events happening in the world. That is the reason on that super annual profits, okay, whatever they are getting the extra amount, they have to pay a tax. That is called as windfall tax. Windfall tax was proposed, okay, it is collected in the form of cess and collected as central excise duty. It is every fortnight. What is the tax? Every fortnight government only will decide. Okay, at this point of time, whatever the domestic crude oil production companies are there, 50% of their gasoline exports, they should sell 50% of their exports, 50% they should supply in our domestic Indian market. 30% of the diesel exports domestically in the current. So diesel 30% they should not export, 50% they should not export with regard to gasoline. Okay, windfall tax are not at all there on petrol and aviation turbine fuel. So petrol and aviation turbine fuel, if any company is exporting from our country and getting more profits, they don't have to pay, but it is there on what? Diesel. Remember this point. Okay, Ajivika sect. Okay, around 6th century, you know that Buddhism, Jainism thrived. At the time of Buddhism, Jainism also, there is another school of thought and philosophy was there, that is called as Ajivika. A school and thought and philosophy is nothing but Now I started telling to the people that no, live like this, live like that, this is right, this is wrong. So I have made some 10-15 principles and I started propagating that 10-15 principles, and you liked it, all of you are also following me. Then it becomes a new school of thought. Okay, when Buddhism, Jainism was there, a new school of thought like that was there, which is called as Ajivika. The proponent of that particular sect was Makkali Gosala. He was the person who started promoting a different principles and different way of living a life. Okay, so that particular followers together came to be known as Ajiviks. Okay, so Makkali Gosala. He was a contemporary of Buddha and Mahavira. I told you when Buddhism, Jainism was there, he was also there. What is his, let us see, what is his philosophy? Ajivika's central belief was absolutely everything is already determined by faith and niyati. Fate of all of you has been already written. That's why whatever we do has no consequences on our life. So whether you do good or bad does not matter because your fate is written. It means what he is saying, do whatever you want to do. According to them, every soul was like a ball of thread and we are slowly opening up and giving our desires. Ajiviks wear no clothes and live a very ascetic monks. Means they don't live a very normal life. Okay, like Zinda Peer, like that. They were known to practice extremely severe austerities. They give pain to themselves. Okay, they lie on nails. They walk on fire, expose themselves to extreme weather conditions, and even spend time in large earthen pots for peanuts. To give more pain to them, they will dug the crust of the earth and they will sit inside it for hours and days. There was no caste discrimination at that time in Ajivika sects. So lot of people who joined this particular sects. With regard to Ajivika, the oldest rock cut caves in India, the Barabar caves in Bihar, dating from Mauryan Empire, were made for Ajiviks only. The caves made for only Ajiviks, and also to the Jains to retreat and meditate. So they go into the life, they come back. If they want to meditate, they can come and meditate in the caves. Ajiviks were quite influential also. Means they are not like Fakir and all. They used to influence the kings also. Their followers, their philosophy was also liked by noble persons also. The sect reached its peaks during the Mauryan Empire. Ashoka's father Bindusara's time. Bindusara, Ashoka father, also got influenced with the Ajivika's philosophy. That's why it is a very influential sect. Agate balls. You can see the ball here. The Prime Minister Modi ji in G20 summit in 2022 gave this particular balls. Okay. Curated craft pieces from Gujarat and Himachal Pradesh gave to the dignitaries who have attended it. Agate balls from Kutch were presented to the leaders of France, Germany and Singapore. These are semi-precious stone. Some stones are also there which are costly also. It is found underground mines of Rajpapila and Ratnapur in riverbeds and extracted to produce a variety of ornamental objects. They are extracted to produce ornaments, means wearing purpose or for the decoration purpose. Then we also have Etikopakka toys. So you can see that Etikopakka toys, it belongs to Andhra Pradesh and Andhra Pradesh has already registered it as geographical indication is given. According to the Act, Goods Registration and Geographical Indication Goods Registration and Protection Act 1999. Etikopakka toys are one of the finest wooden lacquered crafts. Wooden means inside they will generally coat with a non-corrosive, with a very fine resins. It is an age-old tradition from the region. The craft is said to have been practiced since 18th century. The method of making these particular toys are lacquering method. The method is important, remember this point. The name of the craft is derived from the village called Etikopakka, which is situated on the bank of the river Varaha in the Vizag district of Andhra Pradesh. Okay, Etikopakka toys are made of Ankudu woods. Botanical name of these Ankudu woods are Riccia tincoria. Riccia tincoria. All these are factual information with regard to IPR. You should know it. Hoyasaleshwara temple. So the beautiful temple of Hoyasaleshwara. You can see this is how the Hoyasaleshwara temple looks like. Be pride of your culture. It's important. The Hoyasaleshwara temple at Halibidu is the most typical and exemplary architectural ensemble, means insignia of Hoysalas today, even today existing. It was built in 1121 CE during the period of Hoysala king Vishnuvardhana Hoysaleshwara. Okay, this particular Hoysala temple is built on the Shaivism tradition and have the themes from Vaishnavism and Shaktism also. Along with some Jainism images are also seen. If you see the Hoysaleshwara temple, you will see some scenes, some inscriptions are there, some drawings are there which depicts the stories of Ramayana and Mahabharata and also Bhagavad Purana. It is one of the protected monuments under Archaeological Survey of India, which actually take care of all the heritage sites in our country. Some one-liners are there. Let us go ahead. Greece became the first Orthodox Christian country to legalize same-sex civil marriage. Plus, top 5 wood-producing states of our country are Rajasthan produces nearly 50% of wool in our country, followed by Jammu and Kashmir, and Gujarat ranks 3rd with regard to wool production in our country. Thanks a lot for watching me. Do subscribe and share with your friends. Take care.